Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you could take some time and join me here today. I'm super excited to make this video. I've been thinking about making this video for a while, but I was sick, so I couldn't. But today I'm here fully energized and so ready to talk about all the books I read last year, and I will be ranking them. And while ranking them, I will talk about them a little bit with you so that you know how my experience was reading those books. So instead of just dragging it anymore, let's jump into it. All right, we're here and you guys can see my screen. I'm using the Tiermaker website and yeah, let's go. Okay, the first book I read last year was Comfort Me with Apple. And yes, this one goes directly in S rank, as you can see. And I discussed it in one of my other videos why I loved it so much. It was just chef's kiss. Okay, so then we will rank The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. It was okay. I actually enjoyed it very much, but it depends on where you're living and how your experience in life is. So this book is very insightful, but depending on which part of the world you're coming from, your perception about this book and the knowledge he shares will vary. So it was a good read, a very good nonfiction book to spend some time with, but it definitely was not like S rank or one of the best ones I've ever read, something like that. No, it wasn't. So there it is. It goes in B rank. Now, The Vegetarian goes in the S rank because it is definitely one of the best books I've ever read in my life. It's amazing. I have one of my videos made based on this, so I will link it down below in the comment section so you know where to look if you want like more insights about it. But please, if you haven't read it already, please do. Then, okay, Feel Good Productivity. This nonfiction goes in A rank. I definitely enjoyed it very much. I was listening to the audio version of it, audiobook, and yes, I found it amazing. I found it amazing. It was very insightful, and listening to Ali Abdaal's voice in the audiobook, it was amazing. He is a very good speaker. It's a pleasure to hear him talk about what he has found in his life so far when it comes to productivity. So check this out. And then I am picking Alchemized. Well, I read this book in the last half of 2025. And yes, this will go in S rank. I don't care about all the controversies that surrounds this book because I genuinely enjoyed reading it. I think it took me 10 days to read the entire book because it is a 1,000-page book. And I have a whole dedicated video based on that if you want more insight about Alchemized. So I will also link that down below. So it goes in S rank. Perfect. Then comes Brat. Brat was one of those books I read in the first part of 2025, and I will rank Brat in A because it definitely was a pleasure to read it. It was so different and horrifying. At the same time, it offered the body horror image in a very different manner. The prose was very simple to read, nothing crazy going on, and Gabriel Smith was amazing. It was his first book, and I think he nailed it. You guys should go ahead and read it if you are into body horror. I am, and I enjoyed it. So yeah. Now, this book will bury me. I will just rank it as bad. Yes, I'm sorry. I read it in the middle of the year and I was super excited, but it somehow let me down. I understand it's a young girl who just lost her dad and she is on a journey to recover and cope with her grief. And she finds this circle of people who are very passionate about detective work and they conduct their work online. Eventually they meet, but yeah. And I'm sorry, I was looking for so much more, considering the title was very intriguing, but it sort of let me down. So yeah, no, not for me. Just not for me. Then let's subtle art of not giving a fuck. I will put this in A rank. Not S, but A rank. It's still a very, very high ranking. It was an audiobook. I listened it on Spotify. They have a free version of it in case if you want to go ahead and try it. But it was a fantastic book. And I would not necessarily say the title is misleading, but there's so much more inside going on and so many different perspectives that will help you to see that what are the things that you need to give a F about and what are the things you don't need to consider deeply. Yeah. Lovely book. Amazing. A must read. Then comes No Rest for the Wicked. No Rest for the Wicked, I will put it in C ranking, as you can see. And this is one of those books, nobody talks about it. In fact, I didn't have to queue up from my library to collect this book. I was the only one who requested it. But it was amazing. It was nice. It is something that will give you a good time, but obviously it's not groundbreaking. It's not the type of story that will just push you on the edge and just blow your mind. No, nothing like that. It was not super, super, super amazing, but it was not bad either. I had a good time reading it. It was interesting. I really liked the main character named Dolores. And yeah, most of all, I loved the setting. One thing that you should consider while reading this book is the setting. The environment the writer created, that part was really good. So it lies somewhere in the middle. It was not the best. It was not the worst. So yeah, C rank. Then comes The Possession of Alba Diaz. It goes in, as you can see, I'm ranking it in S rank because, oh my God. Oh my God, I loved this book. It has to be one of the best horror novels I've ever read in my life. I love it. I love the way the author writes her stories. This is the first book I have read from her collection, and I am very eager to read all the books she has written ever. Yes, I am committed. So you can tell that I am about to push you to read it. Please read it. It's good. Now, fourth thing. Yeah, the most title. I don't want to hear. B rank. It's fantastic. I understand the hype around it. The prose is interesting. It's entertaining. And to be honest, it was a very good time spent with this book. I read it so fast. I probably finished this book in 3 days. 2.5, 3. Yeah, let's just say 3 days. And I will read Iron Flame. Not this month. This month I'm really packed, but maybe next month. I am intrigued. I like the story. Obviously, like everybody else, we love Xaden. And yeah, we also love dragons. So, good stuff. Now, the Hunting Adeline. I read both of the books. I will put them in A. It's I'm losing my words, as you can see. It's an easy read, but the theme itself is probably not something for me. It's dark romance, and it does justice to the genre. This is a very good example of dark romance. So if you are into it, if you are into dark stuff and find romance in it, please, by all means, go ahead. I mean, I enjoy reading, and as you can see, I read different types of books. I don't just stick to one type of book. So, yeah, for my mental satisfaction, I try to go for different genres. That's how I keep my Gemini head sane. Yes, I'm a Gemini moon. In case any one of you here is Gemini moon, hello. Moving on to Bunny. Bunny should be in A rank. Bunny is very interesting. I remember that I was in my vacation in Skagen, Denmark, and this is the book I took with me, and I loved it. It's so different from anything I've ever read. The author, Mona Awa, knows how to hold her ground and stand out with her writing. That much I can promise you. I don't know about the second book. They have another book in this series, which is called We Love You, Bunny. I haven't read it yet. I don't know when I will read it, but at some point I will. But the first book, the original Bunny, is a must read. So yeah, it goes in A rank. Now, moving on is Heartless Hunter. It's a romantasy. Enemies to lovers romantasy, and you will have a good time reading it. So I will put it in C rank, and I also read the second book, or the final book. It's a duology, so I will put both of them in C rank. It's in the middle. It's average. Enemies to lovers romance, well, I don't know. I enjoy reading them. I usually read them very, very fast, and yeah, but they don't leave a mark in my head or in my heart. They just don't do it for me. But I still read them to spend some time, just to keep reading, you know? And I also have this fear of missing out. I don't want to be left behind when all my book lover girlies and sirs, they keep reading this, and I don't want to be the one who has no clue. You know what I mean? You understand it, right? Yeah. So that's where it comes from. It's a good read. Very, very good example of enemies to lovers. So yeah, please, if you want to, go ahead. Then comes the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. This is S tier. And I will tell you in short why. Naval Ravikant is a very interesting human being. If you go through his interviews, you will know why. He's very, very wise and very, very well-spoken person. And when the book itself says that this book will talk about his insights, then it just interests me very, very, very much. So I'm not a very, very big, okay, lots of very, very, I will try to be better at that. But yeah, I am not a big lover of non-fictions, But I always try to incorporate nonfictions in my reading every year because you need them. You need it to feed your brain. You cannot just keep feeding your brain fictions or fantasies or etc. You need some of them. And if you love them, go nuts. But yeah, this has to be one of the best nonfiction books I've ever read. So it goes in S rank. I recommend you to read it. I think Ali Abdaal also recommends you to read it because he's the one who introduced me to this book. So yeah, I went ahead and read it and loved it. Now comes Lost Gods by Brom. I would put it in C rank because I had such high hopes for this book, but something was missing. Yes, I had a very, very good sneak peek of the underworld or afterlife, what happens, the sceneries, the world building in afterlife was really nice. But I feel like I was just expecting so much more because Brom is famous. He's a very, very well known writer among fiction readers. So, yeah, just didn't meet my expectations. That's it. Then comes Dostoevsky, White Knight. Okay, listen to me. I'm putting it in B rank, as you can see. And the reason I'm not putting it higher is only because of the story. If you talk about the prose, the diction, the writing technique of the Dostoevsky, then it should be S rank. It's beautiful. It will stay with you. It is a type of writing that you remember and you want to have a copy of his books at your home. I genuinely loved it, but I have a feeling that I haven't read Crime and Punishment yet. So I will wait for that and then discuss more Dostoevsky with you guys. But White Knight is definitely not one of his best works. I've heard about it on TikTok, YouTube, also on Facebook. I understand why. I agree with others. This is not his best. But even if you pick the worst one from his writing, it's excellent. It's something you need to read. So yeah, there it goes. Now, The Prophet, Khalil Gibran, it goes in A rank. It's a tiny, tiny book, but oh my God, you will love this. It's so insightful. It's food for your soul. Okay? So yeah, don't overlook it. Then goes Funny Story by Emily Henry. Pure romance, no fantasy, nothing. Very unique for me to read. I would put it in C rank. This is my first Emily Henry novel. Obviously, I am trying to read these books, like romance, that people love so, so much. I want to be part of the discussion. It was very entertaining, easy read, a good amount of time spent with this, and time well spent, but just not for me. It will not just hold a candle with my S ranks or A ranks. That's it. But it's good. It's good. You will love it. You can read it. But for me, it was average. I'm not hating on Emily Henry. Remember, I am just not someone who swoons in romance. It's just a characteristics of mine. Yeah. And forgive some of my pronunciations. Then comes Hugh, Blackwood's Blue Skies. This one, again, I understand I'm having a lot of C ranks, but yeah, this book is beautiful. And it's similar to what happened to me with the other books on C rank, that the writing style is so beautiful. The author is skillful. I can tell. She explained the world so beautifully and with so much details that you can literally smell the mountains and the snow on the mountains, the grass, the earth. You will smell them while reading it. It's amazing. It's supposed to be a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but the story itself did not excite me. That's the problem. But I was just, the reason I could finish the book was because of the explanation of nature. It's so beautiful. It's memorable, but the story was. So yeah, moving on. What do we pick? Okay, this My Friends by Frederick Buckman goes in S rank. And my God, this is the type of book that stays with me. I will remember it forever. I cried reading it, and trust me, I am no crier. I don't easily cry, but this book made me cry, okay? This book made me cry. It's beautiful. It talks in such a simple way about friends and their bonds, the way they bond and the way they grow up. And after growing up, when they look back, oh my God, oh my God. I have a more detailed review in one of my videos. I am linking it down if you want to hear more about it. But yes, it stays in S rank. Moving on. What do we have? Catobasis. I am putting it in B. It definitely belongs there for me. This is my first book of R.F. Kuang, and I understand the hype around her because when you read her book, you can literally tell how much she works. As a writer, she does her research. She is very honest in her work, and her writing shows it because you can never write a book like that without enough research done, without enough reading done by yourself. So I have massive respect for those people who work so hard and their work shows, and we get to enjoy those writings. So, but I understand the story. A student goes to hell to find her teacher because she wants to finish her degree. And yeah, there are elements of romance in it because she travels to hell with Peter, her companion, and also her classmate, you can call. The story itself is good. It offers a lot of insight about life and how you view hell, pain, success, and academic pressure. It's amazing. You really should go ahead and read it, but it just does not compete well with my A and S ranks. I liked it, but it was not an easy read. It takes time to read it. So yeah, there's that. And now, Books of Blood. This goes in A rank. This is one of the best horror books ever. It's a short story collection. And don't worry, guys, I will list all the names of the books in the description so that you don't get confused. So yeah, it's a short story collection. Amazing. It's old. It's not a recent release. You know, Hellraiser. Yeah, that writer wrote this book. Moving on. Zodiac Academy. I read 3 books this year of Zodiac Academy, and I will put them, all 3 of them, in C. There are more books. I heard that the series is massive. It's long. Maybe 8 to 10 books to read. But it's entertaining. It's romantasy. Yes, I would definitely call Zodiac Academy series a romantasy. It's time well spent, entertaining, but it's not like really high quality writing. It's good. It's decent. So it's somewhere in the middle. Moving on. H.P. Lovecraft. I read the story and I would just put it in B rank. Cthulhu. Wait. H.P. Lovecraft. The Call of Cthulhu. Yes. Oh well. I forgot the full name and I didn't want to you know, call the book by wrong name. So yeah, The Call of Cthulhu. The hype is real. Like everybody knows about Cthulhu. That's why I read it, and I thought it would be an S rank reading, but it just wasn't. It was good, not great. So yeah, deserves to be in B rank in my list. Now comes We All Live Here by Jojo Moyes. It goes in A rank. Jojo Moyes is well loved as a writer, and I told you I'm not a romance girly, but Me Before You is one of my most favorite romance movies, and I have rewatched it time to time, and I loved it every time I watched it, and I cried. And when she came out with this book, I was very excited and I picked it up like in a week, and I had a very good time reading it. It's nothing crazy going on in the story. You deal with a protagonist who is in her 40s, so it was slightly hard to relate, but I totally understood all the emotions and struggles she was going through because of the author. She was very skillful while writing and designing the characters in the book. And I did not expect the book to love. You know, the first half of the book will just make you doubt yourself, like, whether you want to continue or not. But I ended up loving it. So yeah, there's that. Okay, the video is getting too long. I will be quick. Do we have anything more left to rank? Let me just double check. Yes, I have ranked all of them. Yeah. So there it is. My 2025 ranking of all the books I have read. And yeah, well, yeah, see, I don't call books bad that often. Like, I find it very hard to call a book just bad. No, because it's so personal, you know? One book I didn't like, you might absolutely love. So I hate to call a book absolutely bad. But I would rather say that it's just not for me. Maybe it's for someone, but I also have to be honest whether I liked it or not. So here I am. And thank you so much for joining me today. And currently, I am reading some books. One of the books I'm reading right now is Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz. And I will let you know how I feel about the book and so on. And okay, see you guys in the next video. Mwah.